what was interesting that we in that group did not get involved with the politics. We didn't paint political paintings, and we're not interested, which is a bit odd. Come to think of it, that we did not involve in the political development of the country. We weren't really. We never did work of an obvious political intent. No. The only person who did that was Burrowes, with a remarkable piece of work, which I feel is the masterpiece in the National Collection. It's a small piece of work, London, the Dolorous Garde, Garde. Yes, around this period in the 1950s, of course, you had the intellectuals, Martin Carter, Rory Westmas, Yusi Kwayana, and so on. And they were busy agitating this business of Guyana being able to have national elections kind of thing. It's a very busy period, lots of activity, lots of meetings, street meetings and things like this. And Burrowes was actually asked to take part, but he declined because he was a very good public speaker, extremely knowledgeable, intelligent, and well-informed. This was the painting that Burrowes did. And it was called The Land of the Dolorous Garde. The politicians who were supposed to be looking after the land, and they're the ones who are doing their high wire act. They're doing a balancing act, as politicians always do. So they are balancing in order to decide how to survive, because they do not want to fall. And you will notice that at the left-hand side of the painting, that if they're going to fall, they're going to land on a nice, bright blue cushion. So their descent will not be dolorous. The building on the right, part of a building on the right, shows you the state of the country. It also shows you people crawling on their hands and their knees, crawling through that doorway. They themselves are in a desperate situation. They're not standing upright. They're crawling on the ground. They're looking for things. They're searching for something. They're trying to locate something. The figure in the foreground, again, represents the people of the country. And they're hiding their heads in the sand because they don't want to understand or to look on or to take part in anything that's going on. So they're hiding from reality. So he took that from the ostrich, of course, that's supposed to be hiding their heads in the sand to escape being caught or something. Head in the sand, hiding from reality. And of course, the broken cartwheel is a sign of progress. There's no sign of progress. Broken cartwheel, nothing's going to be happening. The really pathetic pathos part of that painting is the woman with the child standing next to a dead tree. And perched on the dead tree is a crow, a symbol of omen, a symbol of death. The crow is waiting. What is interesting is that the woman unlike the figure hiding the head in the sand. She is looking outwards towards the horizon, towards that dread sky, but nevertheless it has a moon in it. She's looking out there as if in hope that perhaps things can change. So she is not facing what is going on behind her. Broken progress, people not willing to take part in things, they're hiding their heads in the sand. And then, of course, the politicians, they're all dressed up in their suits, they're doing their balancing act, they intend to survive. And you can see that there is that cushion for the one who's coming off of the rope. He's going to land on his 2 feet and he's going to land a nice, soft, cushiony landing. So the politician knows what's going to happen. He has a good idea of what he intends to do and what will be his fate, unlike those people who are crawling through the building. For myself personally, I think this painting is the masterpiece of the National Collection. And I think what Burrowes was speaking about or presenting in that painting is the same dilemma that is facing Guyana today. It's the same thing. Politicians balancing act, people having to scramble and go around to exist, daily living, and those who are hiding their heads in the sand. It's an illustration of a dystopia. A dystopia. There's nothing to look ahead for in the future. It's a dystopia. This was not a painting about revolutions and people marching on the streets. It was not the kind of, it did not reflect what was being reflected in the poems of Martin Carter, the poems of resistance. There's no resistance here in this painting. There's a sense of people accepting their situation. And there's just one figure, the woman with the child, the mother and the child representing the future, looking ahead, perhaps hoping for better times to come. This painting has had a tremendous influence on my work. I remembered I did a series of paintings called There's a Meeting Here Tonight, where I tried to capture some of this, but what I was trying to do in about 20 paintings, big paintings, Burrowes had achieved in one single small painting. One single small painting, yes. It was talking about Burrowes' perception of politics in the country at the time, and it was expressed in a very surrealist manner. It's a very powerful painting. I think it is the painting in the National Collection. And the message that it conveys, it lasts up to now.